their voice of death. Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight for our Village of Alsip Board meeting. Today is May 1st, 2023. We'll call this meeting in order at 7:31 p.m. Can we call the roll, please?
Trustee Dalzell?
Here.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McLaughlin?
Here.
Trustee Murphy?
Here.
Trustee Navas Barza?
Here.
Trustee Peretta?
Here.
Mayor Ryan?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Well, I'd love to start off a meeting with just saying, wow, the Sox won a game yesterday. You know, how's that, you know? So anyway, I couldn't get over it. I had to watch the news again tonight before I came here just to watch it again, so it was
Such
good.
a rare occasion, yeah.
Exactly.
You weren't dreaming, were you?
Exactly. No, you want to get you in a good mood to come to a meeting, I can't get your juices going, all that stuff, so it's all good. Anyway, we'll start with our officers' reports, starting with mine. Trustees, I need to call for a real quick executive closed session after this. Should be a short meeting, very short. I just want to explain a couple things. And also, my office today, I did authorize, and I did share with our legal team as well, too, the retro compensation for the fire department in accordance with our collective bargaining agreement. I approved all that today, so payroll is working on that. Next, Roger shared with me this afternoon, our building commissioner, that Impel Union is getting positioned to erect the solid fence that they agreed to put up around the rear perimeter of their property. And Roger is, I like your letter too, Roger, because I had told Roger, I says, before they put up anything, I want to see something from the surrounding community that agreed on whatever height and stuff yet too. Because I've said from day one, I think if you go 12 or 13 feet high, I know that was the discussion originally a couple of years ago. I just think you're blocking everything behind your house. If that's really what you want, so be it and stuff. But
The majority of people that attended the meetings all wanted it was 12 or 13 foot.
mm-hmm.
So I put the letter together.
Do we have anything signed from them, Roger? From that community? Do we have a petition or anything like that?
No, there's no petition, just from the people that appeared at the hearing and then at the board meeting.
I'm almost going to say, I think we need a petition, on something like that. I mean, this is a major decision.
We've already mandated them according to the ordinance.
Oh, we mandated a fence, but I'm saying as far as,
It's mandated as a 12 or 13 foot fence.
based on what, though, just a couple of people that came into a meeting, or?
For the hearing, it is in the ordinance and that's what they have to follow.
I get it. Rod, do me a favor, can you get on the mic, because people watching us won't hear this and stuff yet, too. I really, certainly I want to be fair to all parties involved, and this is a permanent thing that they're going to put up behind the house.
Yeah, they're looking to start the first week of June and be completed. They were looking at issuing the check within this week. They said 6-week lead time for all the material, and then a start date of, I believe it was June 1st or June 5th. But I can go out and have conversation. Obviously, I sent that letter to you to show, what we intended on doing, because everything along that 124th was double fenced. Most of the properties was double fenced illegally. Nobody, and Impel is willing to remove the fence at their cost.
At Impulse cost.
At Impel's cost, and erect the 12-foot wall.
Right.
Or fence, however you want to look at it.
Let me just defer to legal. Mike, how do you feel about it? You ever come
Well,
across stuff like this?
I remember this very well. And I do think that there were a lot of people here. There were people think that there were former board members that were here, and I thought the higher the better in the soundproofing.
I'm okay with it.
that was never
And especially when the trucks can, or the trailers themselves can be double stacked on either side.
And we were in agreement to let them stack them too high,
Yep.
but that was why they agreed to the 12 to 13.
I'm okay with the agreement. It's just that, these are permanent decisions sometimes, in this case, certainly. And I just want to make sure.
Well,
I mean, they were very adamant when they were here. There was
Yeah.
probably 20 to 30 people here
No,
at the planning and zoning hearing.
Yeah, I thought that ordinance reflected exactly what those people wanted.
Exactly.
That's fine. So I'll just share with everyone Roger's letter. It's going out to the neighbors, right? You're
All
saying
the
it's
neighbors with double fence.
everybody that's got, just the double fencers or everybody?
An adjacent property, right?
Adjacent properties to along 124th and then along
Le Mans, maybe?
Lamont there.
They're getting it too. But
Everybody's
every
gonna get
house
it,
is getting
but-
one of these.
Just the ones with double fence will get that one. That's why I pass that along back to you.
I'd almost like to have everybody get a letter, though. I mean, tweak it if you have to.
I will definitely, every person along there will have, except for the last two houses to the north, because they're not going
They
to
didn't
be
right.
in that unless there's a sale of that property.
Right. So Roger's letter goes accordingly. Impel Union, located at 12400 and 12500 South Cicero, is required to remove their current fence and erect a 13-foot barrier in place of the current fence. Through inspecting, I've noticed that in some cases, there are illegal double fencing back there. Couldn't see it because of one fence being in front of the other, which according to Section 6-64, Paragraph C of the Municipal Code of the Village of Alsip, states double fencing is prohibited. Impel Union is willing to remove the double fence at no cost to the homeowner. If you do not want their contractors to remove the double fence, you'll need to remove it prior to their contractors starting their work to erect the required 13-foot barrier. This will be at a cost to the homeowner. This will be at a cost to the homeowner, okay?
They do it
If they
themselves.
refuse.
Right. If they refuse, right. If there's anything attached to your fence and you want Impel Union to take it down your fence, you'll be responsible for the removal of said items. I do not have an exact start date at this time, but we'll keep you informed, and once everything's been provided to your office. And you gave everyone a contact number with the person at Impel Union they can speak with as well, too. So great notice, Raj, but I'd like to see everybody get one, so there's no surprises when a fence goes up like this behind their house and stuff, that's all.
I will make sure that happens.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't know if there might have been a change in family since we had that conversation yet, too. All of a sudden, what's that for? That kind of thing, so, all right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to keep everybody apprised of that. And then, I'll tell you, one of the subjects, I was just going to share it over too, when I was at Lobby Day a couple of weeks ago down in Springfield, was lift assist, which Chief Stasinski already addressed with the board, and we do have a program in place to address that. They actually did a special the other night, I was watching on Channel 5 News, that said Chicago Fire Department last year saw an increase in lift assist on their side yet, too. The year before, they had 24,000 lift assist calls. Last year, they had over 61,000 calls for lift assist, is what they were talking about in the news. And non-home rule communities don't have the authority to assess any kind of fee structure and whatnot, but again, Illinois Municipal League was addressing this down in Springfield when I was down there a couple of weeks ago, so this doesn't happen. Obviously, the chief wanted to put a tool in place to address these issues. Unfortunately, too, much like the chief said to us, sometimes you get issues where folks won't pick up the required lift equipment to get somebody in and out of that house and stuff yet, too. And on the news the other night, reporters said one person actually called so they can get to the casino, that kind of thing yet, too. So, yeah, it gets out of control. Yeah, I'll save the rest for petitions and so forth, comments. So we'll go to our clerk's report. Clerk Harding.
Thank you, Mayor. I have the approval of the April 7th, 2023 board meeting minutes, presentation and approval of the April 24th, 2023 committee meeting minutes, presentation and approval of the April 24th, 2023 special board meeting minutes, and presentation and approval of the April 27th, 2023 special board meeting minutes. And that is all I had, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Attorney's report, we have Mike Kankar with us. Mike?
No report, sir.
All right. Thank you. Engineers report, Jeff Agan?
Thank you, Mayor. The contract books for the water main project, that's 115th and 118th places, have been sent to the contractor, and they told us right now they're looking at a start date this summer for that project. The Rebuild Illinois, this roadway resurfacing project, the concrete work is done. There's going to be some under drain storm sewer type work that's done on Laramie on Wednesday. And they hope to start milling streets by the end of the week, and then they'll follow up within the next week and after with paving.
Okay.
Paving the streets.
Jeff, just as a quick reminder, too, if you maybe can share with your engineer, unless you guys already have notes on it, but I remember a few years back when that Laramie Street was done a couple of times, and the asphalt kept popping, and Mike Frater, Public Works Superintendent, thought possibly under the asphalt could need some attention. He's thinking that maybe there's a crack there that's allowing water to come up, and maybe, the freeze line is snapping the asphalt, so.
So the under drains are put in. The intent on those is to actually drain, the moisture that would get into the subbase.
Okay.
To get that moisture away to help minimize the freeze thaw.
That's great. I saw a lot of the streets, the utilities have been marked and everything else and stuff then, too, down 119th Street and whatnot. But, no, the curb work and all that, they were going pretty fast. I saw them last week. They were, as fast as they were tearing them out, they were framing and pouring concrete again then, too. So, it looks good. Thanks, Jeff. Public forum. Unfortunately, we didn't have an audience this evening, but you're welcome to address the board if you'd like to come to a meeting, anything, or call my office. Next, we have standing committee reports, finance and IT. Trustee McGlawhorn.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I have a request for approval of a list of payroll dated April 21st, 2023, totaling $494,690.05. Next, I have a request for approval of accounts payable dated May 1st, 2023, from the recap general fund, $272,914.52. Road and Bridge, $23,130.48. Storm Sewer, $318 even. MFT, $75,175.49. Pulaski TIF, $6,870 even. Liability and Workers' Comp Insurance, $847.88. Health Insurance, $431,267.02. Water and Sewer, $5,745.85. Sanitary Sewers, $6,757.06. Heritage Complexes, $84,250.96, for a grand total all funds of $907,277.26. And that's all I have this evening, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Next, the fire committee report. Trustee Murphy.
No report tonight, Mayor.
Okay. Thank you. Police and traffic safety. Trustee Dalzell.
Nothing for this evening's meeting, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay. Public Work and Boat Launch Committee.
I have the approval to advertise for bid submittals of parkway tree inventory within the village of Alsip. And that's all I have, Mayor.
No, Trustee, I did. Did you see the report on the boat launch fees that came in?
I did not. I did see it come in. I did not.
I think it just came out today, so, I mean,
If you want to announce
just figured we'd put it on the committee for next week.
Right. Oh, that's true. You can do that, too. Yeah, whatever you want. If you want to announce
The boat
it.
launch is open, and the total revenue was $2,469, and that was for April.
That was the first month, right?
And we also have, the Village of Alsip was awarded a $13,000 grant to complete tree inventories and develop a management plan for its urban forest. The inventories will include risk assessment, size, and specs. And that's from our Superintendent, Mike Frater. That's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Next, we have the sewer and water report. Trustee Nava Esparza.
Thank you, Mayor. I have the presentation and approval of the Water Department March 2023 monthly activity report. That's all I have.
Trustee, this afternoon I was told as well, I spoke to Public Work, and we've had an open position in Public Work in the labor side of things for probably a year. We had somebody retire, and it's been an open position, and one of the outside personnel from Water transferred to Public Work, so now we have an open position in Water again now, too. So anybody watching this, and we're certainly going to be advertising that, we're looking for somebody for the Water Department outside. Next, the Building and Health Report, Trustee Peretta.
No report this evening, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Human Resource and Insurance, Trustee Murphy.
We don't have any formal report, Mayor, but just a reminder to everyone that we are now in May 1st, is Mental Health Awareness Recognition Month, and mental and emotional wellness are important parts of your total health. Some of the things that you can do to increase your mental health is maintaining a healthy lifestyle, paying attention to how you feel, and doing simple things to improve your well-being. There is also current vacancies within the village we'd like to make everyone aware of. The finance director, a finance associate, a staff accountant within the finance department, a clerk in the water and building department, a Class 2 driver laborer for Public Works, as the mayor just mentioned, as well as summer workers in various departments. And that's all I have, sir.
All right, thank you. Special Committee Reports, Economic Development, Trustee Nava Esparza.
I have no report, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Village Properties, Trustee McLaughlin.
I have no report this evening, Mayor, unless, Roger, there's something.
Not at this
Okay.
time.
All right, thank you. Ordinance and Legislation, Trustee Peretta.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a request for approval of a collective bargaining agreement between AFS CME Council 31, Local 3053, Village of Alsip employees, and the Village of Alsip, May 1st, 2022 to April 30th, 2026. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Planning and Zoning and Licenses Committee.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a request for approval of a list of licenses dated April 10th, 2023 through April 21st of 2023. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Anyone have any presentations, petitions, or communications they want to share?
Under that topic, I would like to, for those that don't know, remind everybody about the library 50th birthday party coming up this Friday. Hard to believe that the library is 50 years old. I remember the days when the library first started out as a volunteer library, so that would have been more like 53 or so years ago, but was a trailer right here in the parking lot of the Village Hall. And from that trailer, actually moved to a building that was approximately where we're sitting right now, was a house that had been bought by the village in anticipation of expanding the Village Hall. And so that house was home for the library for quite a while until the Village Hall expansion went through, at which point the library moved over to the strip mall on Pulaski before finally getting their current home. But, 50 years old, happy birthday, library.
Trustee, do you know, what time is that Friday?
Basically all day.
Oh, okay. They're celebrating it all day at the library. Okay, very good.
Yeah, I was going to share that as well, and also when I spoke with some of the library staff, your mother, I believe Trustee McLaughlin, was also very instrumental in helping to get the library to where it's at now.
Oh, the library literally started in the basement of our house on 124th and Keeler.
Really?
Yes. The books, I didn't say, in all honesty, the first election I ever worked was in 1969, working on the passage of the library referendum. My mother is actually the very first library trustee for the village. She was the first one to be sworn in when they did become an actual library. And she then was responsible for swearing in everybody else.
Good information.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that, yeah.
You should go in there. It's super festive. Like, they have balloons everywhere. They're raffling bikes. My kids entered a little raffle ticket for a bike or, like, book bundles and so forth. So I think on Friday they'll have a balloon artist and Pete the Cat So my kids are
Yes, I
excited.
understand. The cat, can't forget the cat.
Yes. Yeah, my children are still, they're 6 and 9, so they're still in that balloon and mascot phase, so they're looking forward to it.
Very good, thank you. I wanted to share again, remind everybody, let's see, it's 2 weeks from now, May 13th, we're going to have our village-wide cleanup day. Becky Smith told me that the sprinkler fitters actually volunteered between 20 and 30 people. They're going to come out and help out and stuff here, too.
Great.
And certainly, ladies and gentlemen, don't leave it just up to the sprinkler fitters. Please come out and join us. And then, again, on May 15th, we're going to have our student government night that night, as well as swearing in of re-elected officials then, too. So we got a lot of things going on in the coming weeks at our board meetings here then, too. Did anyone want to remove anything from the consent agenda? Then can I get a motion to establish the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call number 1 to establish consent agenda, trustee Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McLaughlin.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Trustee Nava Esparza.
Yes.
Trustee Peretta.
Yes.
Motion carries to establish consent agenda.
Thank you. Can we get a motion then to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call number 2 to approve consent agenda, trustee Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McLaughlin.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Trustee Nava Esparza.
Yes.
Trustee Peretta.
Yes.
Motion carries to approve consent agenda.
Very good, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask that we adjourn to, like I said, a short closed session to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2, Chapter 1. Can I get a motion and a second to do that?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call. Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McLaughlin.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Trustee Nava Esparza.
Yes.
Trustee Peretta.
Yes.
Motion carries to adjourn to closed session.
Thank you very much. The time now is 7:54 p.m., and we'll adjourn to this closed session. I thank you for joining us tonight for our village board meeting.